Residents of Washington County who were looking for a sweet way to explore their higher education options had a treat today. Washington State College of Ohio in Marietta hosted an ice cream social for prospective students, families, and community members. Guests were able to enjoy complimentary velvet ice cream, free hot dogs, and entertainment. It was also an opportunity to tour newly renovated healthcare and engineering labs and experience new occupational and physical therapy assistant programs. Staff were there to help with financial aid, FAFSA, and registration. Families who brought little ones enjoyed a free petting zoo with Gab and the goats and a bounce house from Playtime Party Rentals. The event lasted from 4:30 to 6:30, and not even the rain could stop the fun. Classes start August 17th with second 8-week courses beginning in October.